Hey, my name's Eric. I'm making a game. What is that game called? It's called The Godkiller. The Godkiller. The Godkiller. All right. It's a puzzle game. It's a very three-dimensional puzzle game. Like it really asks you to understand the space that you're inside of. And I found that there are quite a few puzzle games that are technically 3D. They're in an environment that's three-dimensional, but the basic gameplay is still a little bit two-dimensional. Like it's all clinging to the surface a little bit, then you've got some background scenery that looks 3D, and maybe you might go up to another platform or something, and there's some new puzzle there, but it's still basically 2D. No, this is a proper 3D puzzle solving game. So yeah, let me demo. I like to start the stream with recent progress, a demo of recent progress, and then I move on to actually get some work done. I'm in danger of getting sick of this song. I think people that watch this stream and check out like the first part of it are also in danger of getting sick of this song. So I'm going to play this song. I'm actually going to leave the room. No, I'm not going to leave the room. Some part of me wants to leave the room though. I'll just play it. I'll play it. It won't be too bad. I wrote it, and then I've heard it a million times, and it starts to get gross after a while to hear your own song again and again and again. So what we're demoing here is camera bumps when the knives in the scene come down and strike the player.
Did they go? We see you here, your sad little face. Come to cry, come to beg for our grace. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Will we put you back together? That's the plan. Because we got the knife. Fix you. Slice you, bite you, grind you, unwind you, because we have the knife to find you, to hurt you, revert you, revise you, comprise you, we have the knife, reveal you, defeat you, complete you, devour you, empower you, because we have the knife. One way back to life, just one way back to life.
All right. So I got some more refinements to do. They're all in the category of making it look like it hurts when she gets hit by a knife. It's important for this scene to be disturbingly violent because it shows the motivation for decisions she makes following her departure from this scene. Okay. So it's not just like me being all gruesome, like let's make it really, 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 really scary or shocking. It's not that. It needs to support the story. That's why I made it this way. Maybe there's a tiny bit of grindhouse mentality there, but generally I'm not oriented that way. It's about storytelling. Okay. I have one other thing to demo. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Got new character model for the beard. Let's go to Pit Tower. Except now I can't find it because it's got the other name. Maybe it's the Pit Tower. There it is. Yeah. So I received new character models from ESOC. I now have all of the 3D character models needed for Chapter 1. GK1 you could call it. For the first release of the game, I have all character models, 3D character models. So here's what these guys look like. Now you normally don't see them this close up, but it's kind of fun to get this glimpse of them. They've got a beard that after I write the animation code, it will roll out and point out when they're in their aggressive mode. So these dudes, they are kind of like the policemen, but they have the most petty concerns imaginable. Alright, so let's just see them while in the game. This is one of my favorite levels. I mean, it looks good. It's... Sorry, I'm patting myself on the back. It's got complexity to it, but there's a sort of a structure that allows the player to figure out the complexity without it overwhelming them. Alright, so then up above you can see there's the beard, and now he actually has a beard. He didn't have a beard before. It was the same basic body type, but he's got that beard now. You know, he looks kind of like a tough old man, you know. He's got the gray beard. He's larger than the bystander characters, your sort of default NPC type character. So when I have him inside of a level along with NPCs, he'll look a little bit bigger. He'll look like a fox among the sheep. Maybe I meant a wolf. Anyways, it's not even... Okay. So yeah, anyways. New character model. And I've got all the other character models in. So the other ones, there's these fork guards is the name I gave them. And they appear to the left and right of another character called the Queen of Forks. Let's see. I'll just drop them in over here. Well, here's another one that's easy to drop in. It's right there. It's this guy called the Song Leader. He shows up in a later level as part of the story. And, you know, he kind of looks like a foppish dandy. Or a dandified fop. Take your pick. Maybe a little bit anachronistic, but what time period are we inside of this world? And it's a whole different universe. So it's quite okay to, in this world, to show people that appear to be from maybe different times and places. Okay, who else? Then we got, from Isak, we got the fort guards. And they're just these dudes that stand to the left and right of the queen of forks. Let's see. Let's get her in there too. Yeah. Anyways, you get the idea. So they're all super low poly because you tend to see them at an angle kind of like this. There's just not much point in adding more polygons beyond that because they're just not going to benefit from having them. They're supposed to be little guys, far away. All right. So then, back to the death box. What am I doing today? I am adding some pixel blood and maybe a little bit of reactive animation to getting hit by the knife in the death box. I'm going to turn off that song audio so that I don't drive myself crazy. Don't say that. Okay. Now I am feeling too that I can't see the knives that well. So it would probably be a good idea to adjust the lighting at this point. Looks like I only got one light. That one light might be fine. Maybe it's just as simple as let's bring the intensity up. Even let's try 2. Yeah. Let me just see what that looks like, and then let's turn the friggin' song off. Because you can't really see the knives that well. Oh boy, that immediately looks better to me. Specular highlights. I also noticed from rewatching the video yesterday that the mouth animations in the video that gets exported are synced up. It's just while I'm watching them during broadcasting that they're not synced. So I assume people watching live on the stream, they're seeing everything synchronized pretty well. It's just that here in my room, with the broadcast video going to the second computer and playing out to the second computer, I hear a delay from the what I see on my work screen, which is the first computer. Okay, that lighting is definitely better. The question is, should it be even brighter? Let's take it too far. I need to find out where it's too far to know where it's actually optimal. So let's see, 10, and then usually when I'm playing the game it looks different. Okay, that's definitely going to be too far. Okay, so let's go down a little bit. Let's try that. Let's see if that just looks stupid. That looks stupid. Although I do like that I'm starting to see some bloom. Okay, his middle part needs to not disappear completely. But there's something that looks really good about it to me. Let me see if I can just get the middle part of his mouth to kind of come back in and not lose that cool effect of this bloom and everything. Okay, 6. Okay, there we go. That's starting to look better. It feels still a little too much in the middle, but let me try 4. And that feels not quite as interesting. The other thing that can help, say I go back to 6. If I just take the height of the light up a little bit. Let's try that. That might be it right there. Okay, but she is so washed out though. Well, if she's right in the middle, she is. Maybe that's all right. The walls look better with that light. Okay, the other thing that I should do. Now let's save that. At some point, I want to make this level less boxy, but it doesn't have to happen like right now. Let's see. Let's see what happens if we do soft shadows. That might be interesting. Real time, that's good. Let's check the joins on her feet. Oh yeah, there's a weird thing where I've got a raised area up above, so her feet are never going to join. With that knowledge, let's see what it looks like. Well, we do get the shadows on the walls from the knives, which looks pretty good. That looks good there. Yeah, I think the shadow stays. Okay. All right, that all stays. That was a good set of changes. Cool. Blood. How to handle it. I already have some explosions that are possible. Pixel explosions of blood. That's probably the first thing to try. Let me look at the code for that first. Let's see. Piece squashed effect. Well, let's make a copy of one of these effects that has mostly the right stuff here. And then I'll add it in. So let's see, add. I think about this. The problem is I've got two types of events happening. One is gameplay code, which is turn-based, and the other is all this animation that's outside of it. So if I use these effects, I'm kind of mixing and matching with them. It might still work. I think I can still use them. All right. Let's call it player stabbed effect. Other way. Oh yeah. There's also the animation that's handled here, which will rotate it in the direction It's needed, okay. The current explosions, they're only going to be able to be facing in orthogonal directions. So let's assume we have to, for now, we have to do a conversion to the movement direction. Direction, movement, direction. I really do try to do the work down here instead. So let's do that. All right. So okay. So movement direction. So 0, I think, is pointing all right, so we say, let's just convert this to degrees. It'll be simpler for me to make sense of. Okay, float degrees equals y angle radians times math f rad to degrees. Okay. Oh, I took out my constants. All right, I might get this wrong to start, but it'll work out. So okay, let's see. While degrees left less than 0, degrees plus equals 360f. I don't know if that's necessary, but I just don't want to think about it. Well, I want it to be normalized. Okay, while degrees greater than 360f, degrees minus equals 360. So that should fix any bullshit. I'm just normalizing it a little bit. Okay, so then I want I'm tempted to look at my email, but yeah, I'm not going to. Let's just close it so I won't be tempted. Okay. what is it? What does I want? I want images, google.com, and then I want to see angle. Let's see, angles chart. Yeah, just show me, so I don't have to keep thinking about it. Okay, it's going to be. That's not that helpful. Okay. So 45 degrees. To 360 minus 45, basically. 360 minus 45 is 315. I think it's east. I don't know. I'll find out if I'm wrong. 45 to 90 plus 45 is 135 equals north, maybe. This is actually more like 315 to 45. Okay, and then 135 to 180 plus 45. 225. And then 225 to 315. Maybe this is true. I have a feeling I'll have to flip some of these. Okay. One thing I do know is there will be these ranges. So we'll say if degrees greater than 315 or degrees let's do greater than equal, less than equal. You know, since this is the odd one out, meaning it's got this kind of flipped around logic, let's make that the default if all the other cases are found to be true. Okay. So if degrees greater than or equal 45F and degrees less than or equals 135F, return direction north. Yeah, might as well. I suppose I could be a little consistent. Let's do that. 225. Okay. There we go. player piece though. Okay, that could do something. This needs to be stabbed effect. Alright, the knife controller has got a point where it stabs. I need to make the glue that lets it add this effect. But you know what? I'm thinking about it a little bit more. I don't think I need to do this as an effect. That's like a kind of a convoluted way to do it. So let's just make that same code be inside of here. What am I looking at? Okay, close that. Okay. Player stabbed effect. Here we go. Don't need that. Okay. Let's see. Seems like I want to maybe encapsulate some of these things. So let's make a stab function. And things, let's see, show stab effects. Things that should be passed are vector 3, base position, vector 3, target position. Vector 3, I said. Okay, and then the camera mover. The code that I've already got for finding the stab angle, I can call that right at the beginning, and we'll change this to just be, wow, not much left to this function, is there? Okay, almost feels like I should just inline it, although this name is kind of nice, I gotta admit. The name tells me what's going on, so it's self-documenting, so let's keep that as it is. Okay, float, stab, angle, bam, okay. Bump camera for stab. Stab angle. Camera mover. No. Oh. Okay. Let me see. Show blood for stab. But then we want to pass in Y-angle radians, but we also want to pass in the target transform. So that means that this should pass in the target instead of the position. Transform target. And vector 3 target position equals transform position. Come on. Target position. Okay. Let's see. Target. Okay, show blood for stab and pass in static. What? Okay, so this should be for the target. And then CRH, I can get with CRH util. All right. Down here, we say show stab effects, and we pass in base position, target, camera mover. That means I can get rid of this guy. Okay, this thing gets deleted. And I like that I don't have to write any glue code to the event system or the effect system. Edit, which felt like a hack in the first place. All right, so this might have everything it needs. It feels like it's going to have some bugs in it right away, but we can try it. So I don't have to wait as long. I'm just going to have a single knife stab on every single one of these. Every time there's speech, it'll stab. Oh, awesome. Oh man, it's like it worked the right way the first time. I get some north and south. Yeah. It did it right the first time. That's really unexpected. The only thing I might want to fix is that animation. Her body animation, but it looks good and brutal. And I don't mind the orthogonality of the pixel explosion. That's consistent with the game, and you know, with everything else that's going on, it seems fine. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. Wait, screen. Okay. Alright, I am happy to see the bloom kick in on all this stuff. I do like bloom. Some people say it's overused, but it looks cool to me. I like it. Oh, so unsatisfying to be about ready to sneeze and then it just peters out. I like a good sneeze. I feel I was cheated. Alright. The worst thing about this brighter lighting is the hilts now look a little bit cheap. But I'm going to let that go. I just can't make everything perfect. So what next? What next? That animation. Let me watch it one more time. Of question is, do I create a new animation, or I just fix this one up a little bit? Even better one is there's already an animation that should work for this. Let me check this shit. All right, player, offset, animator. No, animation. Fling and fold. Pushed. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. It will automatically go to the right place. Okay, let me look at the code I already wrote to do this. Okay. Piece pushed effect. You do the animator util pushed. Other thing I have to do is get it to rotate the right way. But I'll come back to that. Okay, so then knife controller. Show blood for stab. And also this is not the right place for this animator to be there. So let's take this out. Put it here. Okay, and let's see. Okay, static void. Animate player pushed. Transform. Target. Okay. Not squash. Pushed. And then I want to go back and look at this because update positions is going to have some stuff in it. Okay, so it is rotating. I want to rotate the opposite direction of the knife angle. So for that, really, I think I shouldn't do it exactly the same way. What I should do instead is use this stab angle. Then I want to get the offset of the target. Let's figure it out one time. You know what, this is not going to be a performance issue. This is a one-off case. There's not much else going on in this level. It's fine to look it up each time. So we'll say transform. Is there more than one? Yeah, string. Okay. Find offset. Okay. Let me say offset. Let's see. We get the Euler angles. Vector 3. Rotation equals offset. Get. Let's see. Euler angles. Local Euler angles. Okay. Rotation y equals let me try pointing in the same direction to start with as the stab angle. I'm not really sure if that's the best way to do it. All right, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. Also, I can get rid of these. I'm not seeing any animation. What up with that? All right. Maybe this has to come after the rotation. Try that. I don't think that'll be it though. Okay, so if that's not it, then let's attach the debugger. Oh, come on. Hopefully I do it in time before the song's over. Okay. Stab angle. Cool. Yeah, I expect at least the rotation to update. Yeah. I don't understand that part. Okay, the animator's working fine. if I go in here, that should work too. I don't understand. Set the action, and that should trigger it. Okay. It looks like the rotation was not updated, which I don't really understand. A lot of times that means something static, but okay. So the new rotation, stab angle, -1.8. Okay, for one thing, that will loop around and get normalized. So it probably is. Yeah, that actually seems about right. Okay, this one should give me a different number. Did not though. Did not. Although it might on the next. It might need like an update frame or something. There we go. Okay, and then now. No, it's just always the same. Okay. So the stab angle. No, that one makes sense. So she's always pointing straight up. It did turn her around to point straight up. Okay, so she is getting rotated, it's just always up. And no animation is playing. Okay, one thing I got is Euler angles are in degrees, not radians. Goes stab angle times math f. Okay. And just to get this working again, let's go back to squash. I want to make sure I didn't introduce something. Because squash was kind of working. Angle doesn't look right. But also, it looks like I didn't get it off by 180 degrees. I probably got it off by 90. So, Squashed did play, at least the first frame of it. Angle is being applied, but it's probably off by 90. So let's just try first adding 90 to it, and later we can try subtracting. Okay, put this back to pushed. Gonna take a look at this again. See, is there anything different here? Animator. All right. So it's just kind of showing like the first frame or something like that. Makes me wonder if I've got some mistake in the controller. Another thing I can do is bring up the animation controller while it's running, so I can see exactly what it thinks it's doing. Let's just drag this out. Come on. I kind of hate the animation controller. I just don't trust it. Also, where'd my window go that I set up here? Okay, so I guess it is on push, but like it just doesn't play any part of the animation. Why would you not play the animation? That's the thing I don't get. This also reminds me of the trouble I was having with a different animation not playing. Oh, there we go. There, I saw it. I saw it. So one time, I saw the little bar go left or right. I just don't get it. I could try that. Let's just see what that does. It might be that the animation is playing, but I'm not seeing it because it's covered in the blood. And it just goes right back to standing. At least now I'm seeing the bar go through the animation. So it is over pretty fast. That could be it. Alright, I'm going to watch this maximized and see if I still feel like it's not right. Okay. Alright, the other thing I want to try is having her kind of flip around the opposite direction. Instead of this one here. I think it works. Let's move on to the next thing. her face. Her face should let's see, I want it to like grimace. Feels like maybe I could take this and close the eyes. So when she's right in the middle of pain, she's got her angry face and the eyes shut. Otherwise, I could have her cycle through some of these different emotions. Afraid, sad, confused. Okay, let's get her face going. So that means for the knife controller, we want to set her face controller in here at start. Oh shit, I am finding the offset. That can actually be done without this called a game object util. So we'll do find. Never mind, just let it be. Okay. Okay, then face controller. Going to be that one. And then let's give this a duration for how long. She's gonna have her eyes closed. Once duration. equals okay, withdraw duration is 2 seconds. Once duration. Let's try 0.5 f, half a second. That feels long. That feels long to do a quarter second. Okay, once duration. All right, here we go. And we'll say for withdrawing, greater than equal whence duration, target face controller, set emotion to emotion, afraid. Okay. Okay, I could try that. And let's, starting out, let's set her to confused. Emotion. Okay, let's start with that. No, I got compiler errors. Okay. Yeah. Oh, the wince looks all right, although sometimes it doesn't seem to reset it. Let me think, why would it not be? Okay. More than one thing to fix. Confused. I think it should really be confused wide. She just died. Just want to be properly freaked out. Similarly, let's go to the knife controller. Okay. But I don't like this thing where sometimes she winces and sometimes she doesn't. I don't quite get that. Okay, so what? The other thing that might be nice is, at least until she gets stabbed, to have her occasionally just change her emotion. After the first stab. Okay. Oh, I was gonna add a bunch of Boolean variables and stuff, and I realized it's all right here. So we'll say start, and we'll say first stab. Okay, start, and then also there should be a reaction to the mouth speaking for the first time. Okay, first ma line. Okay, first stab. And then final stabbing. Okay, this is good stuff to have in here. Okay, so then I can also add in that. I don't think I have to call base. Okay, this I can have happen. Say state. What did I do in other ones? Yeah, I just did this. Okay, cool. that. We'll say break. Okay, so we'll say if state equals the final stabbing, well, let's do it this way. If state equals final stabbing, update for final stabbing. Okay. There'll be one more, but I might as well do the other state stuff after I move this into the level it belongs, so I'll leave that for now. What moves us out of start is the first mod line, so we'll say oh, I don't get to state. I won't get state here, okay. Okay, that's fine. If speech ID equals first mod line, change state. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I need this anymore. Okay, so then we say, let's put the motion stuff down here too. Let's have this be So I can get more variation. Let's do thinking, I think. Then we'll have her get freaked out a little bit here. Confused wide. And I'll let the stabs handle emotions after that. Yeah. Okay. But the final stabbing is screen, fader, fade to black, and we'll give it 5 seconds. Try that. Okay. Gotta set these other things here. First mod line, first stab line. What? What? I can't because I got to write to it. Okay. Now let's see what we got. Probably I broke some stuff. Okay, let me check all the things that change transition. So at start, play the song, and then as soon as the first mod line occurs, we change state to the first mod line, and she's like, what? Okay. Then we get the first stab, and we change to the first stab, and then final stabbing, change to final stabbing. Okay, cool. It might work the first time. Probably won't, though. Oh, that's a good reaction. I still gotta fix the thing where she's not grimacing on each one. That's not a bad way to do it. I do feel like her emotion might it might be good to have it change. A little more, like she could go between sad and afraid when after she gets stabbed. So we could do, but before I do that, let me figure out what the hell is the problem with. I know what it is. Okay. So there'll be one stab that hits her, then the knife is withdrawn. Every time that it's past this amount, it ends up calling this again and again and again. All right, so I need another state variable here, that's all. Let's refactor that, tidy that up. Let's see. So we just say static void. Okay, and then when I Then when I stab her, I have to close her eyes. Now let's see what it looks like. I like that reaction. Wincing works. The varied expressions are good. I can see problems with her eye base. Oh, yeah, that's good. They're just like totally fucking her up there. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, she doesn't know how to make sense of that. Alright, I like it. Pretty close to having the death box done. Or at least, I mean, it still needs to put inside of the actual level it belongs with, but this is real close. I'm gonna play through it again and take note of what I might want to fix. Okay, so the eye backs, when our eyes are very wide. Yeah, I like that. I like that. They're off a little bit. I don't feel like changing her overall eye position and the lids. It feels like just the artwork for the eye backs needs either for me to add in just a little more darkness at the top of it, or to move it up a little bit inside. Okay, now there is a thing too where guys are just going a little bit nutty there at the end. Let me think about this. Okay, let's record things. Okay, eye back, raise up a little. What else? Final stabbing. Too much eye fluttering. So one way I could solve is just keep your eyes closed all the time during the final stabbing. Okay, what else? I'm getting the idea that I would like a little bit of cyclical raising up and down of the maw. I think that would be pretty easy. Even have a script I could just throw on it. Let me try it. What was it called? Power Up Animation. This one was from a different third-party thing. No rotation. No. Well, maybe a scale. I'll try it without scale and let's do the offset first. Let me figure out what is... What's the tempo of this thing? Well, before I do that, let's just try this. So we'll say the amplitude, we'll have it go up and down by 0.1. And let's have it every half second. All right, here it comes. I like that. Seems like this other guy that's just north of him needs to also go up and down like that. As far as the timing of it, it should be based on the tempo of the song. It's probably going a little too fast. It might be going twice as fast as it should. And it's also making her shadow go up and down with it, which I like. Okay. So let's figure out the tempo of this thing. No, it's already open. Okay, 110. So 110 beats per minute. That means how many beats per second? 1.8. Now I just tried half a second. Let's set it to 1.8. That's probably the right correction. To avoid the little seam on this other part, got this black floor filler thing. I can just add the same power up animation, paste the same values in. And I mean, if that doesn't work, I'll just put the filler and the maw together, and then they'll be guaranteed to be in sync. They'll be inside of one game object. The filler is just a little bit up above. It makes this area dark that would otherwise be... Anyways. Alright, let's fix another thing at the same time. So knife controller. Let's change it from... Let's see. Public void set default emotion. This is a good way to do it. Okay, emotion, default emotion, and then let's do is wincing. Okay, so default emotion, and I guess say emotion afraid wide. That can be a default. I don't need to do this random thing here. Okay, in fact, let's just take all this out. Say is wincing equals true. Okay. And inside a death box, I can do a couple of things here. I can, let's see. Let's just set it. Motion. Let's add wide. Break. Okay. Then on start or reset, we say okay. And then when we begin the final stabbing, we set the default emotions so that they're all closed eye emotions. And I should get rid of that issue. Now let's head back over to Photoshop. I think let's grab the asset, put the eye back. That's the tricky part. So I can take the original source art, which is probably the right thing to do, and make adjustments to it, but I think it's more expedient to make them directly to the asset, and then once I get it right, I'll go into the source art and I'll just make sure that it's also been updated. So then let's go to materials, faces, M face sheet. Okay. Let's take this eye back. Let's try moving it up by 2. Whoops. Oh, gotta go to the other tool. Okay. Save it. Play it. I gotta remember that. I moved it up by 2. That means I need to adjust the other one as well. I'm not seeing different emotions. So I think that randomization code isn't working right. But let's see if the final one works. Nope, it's not working. Okay. The little timing seemed good. This is the problem. I've got so many things to check. I made 3 sets of changes at one time. So I thought that was efficient, but I need to concentrate on one thing at a time. So let's do this again. Let me just focus on the eyes. The eye back. Make sure that's good. So it kind of looks like it's still off. Let me try adjusting that further. Up 2, so that's a total of 4. Come in again. All right. So I'm just checking out the mouth while I wait for okay, I think I fixed her eye back, which is great. Okay. So I did a total of 4 on the eye backing, and while I remember it, I want to go into the source art, not samples. Be careful, Eric, be careful. Not the ping. Work assets, faces, M face sheet. No, I might have lost track. Which one? It's not. It shouldn't be samples. That's one I just made. Okay, it's gonna be M. That's what. That's the one. Okay, and let's take this guy, and this sheet is 2048. Let's see what the size for this one is. 1024. Okay. So if this one's 2048, that means I need to take the eye backs and have them go up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa! It doesn't go up by 1 pixel when you're zoomed out like that. Okay. So what am I at? 66.7. Let's be at 100, and then I'm just looking at making sure this is going up the right amount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Let's save that. Close that. Okay. The next thing I want to fix is where's my randomization of emotions? I'm guessing that the default emotion isn't really getting set or something like that. Wait a minute. No, okay, that looks right. Oh, yeah. Nice. Default emotion equals emotion. There we go. I think I must be pretty close here. 7-Eleven. Too much shit open. Let's close this guy. There's the motions. There's the randomized. There we go. There we go. Although I'm going to say her eyebrows look like caterpillars on ecstasy. So maybe no randomization when she's getting stabbed there at the end. So we'll say Otherwise, we do that, and we don't need all those case statements beneath. Okay, another thing to set. So she should not have flinging powers in this level. Can I get the board? Oh, I get the board. Let's do board. Get player piece. Is fling disabled. How about set is set fling disabled true. There we go. Okay. Now I don't have much left to fix here. I want to finish this part tonight, and I think I can. That should be done. This is done. That's done. Don't want that. Done with all that. Let's fix this one next. And I'll say that this goes along with it. Also, OOB camera bumps. I know how to prevent that. We have to do something like add a little barrier. So probably the easiest way to do this is back this up a little bit. Let me see if I can get away with just making some simple edits. Nope. Oh, I screwed up on something over here. Let's fix that. There we go. Something else is messed up down there. What's that? Oh, okay. Jeez. Okay, that's good. So I'm widening the exterior so that I can move the interior towards the same direction by one. Ah, dang it. Another one of these. Let's get that. Fix that. And the end result will be I have a little bit of extra room to build something out in the middle. I did not mean to create a bevel. Probably doesn't matter that much, but it might help me later to not have a confusing geometry. Okay, one more side for the exterior. Okay, I think I did that okay. Let's do the interior. So far, so good. Except some garbage over there. I might have to redo this. Sometimes it's just faster to redo it from scratch than fuck around with everything. Because it's gone all garbagey. On the other hand, I only need the interior, but on the other hand, the third hand, that will be visible and look terrible. All right. Let me just do a whole bunch of undos. Okay, leave that one alone. Okay, I got this back to how it was. Because I'm a little bit afraid of there being something important about this geometry, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to delete it, but I will just move it out of my way. There we go. And over here, I will create something like what was there before, but more in line with how I want things to look. Okay, so then let's go back to Assets, Project, Prefabs. Scenic wall. Okay, that's the old corner, but I'll go in one more, like that. And let's bring this up to the same height as the other one was. Seems okay. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just move it over next to the other one. Okay. This is gonna change X, so X was at 17. I gotta remember that. Did I get it the same? I did not. The old one was a little bit lower. Okay. Put it back. Okay. Now that the dimensions match somewhat, grab this side and extrude. It's not rude to extrude. Just don't let anyone tell you different. Is that where it was last time? Yeah, so we just go one past. One past. What was the texture here? It was wall 3, huh? Crazy ass bullshit, man. You wouldn't even believe it. What's going on with you? How did this work over here? Why is this? Yeah. I never got my bake lighting sorted. I decided I wanted real time. I got really upset about it. I just had so many weird artifacts, and it seemed like there was... Oh, interesting. Different asset to do it, yeah. I agree. I mean, the problem is, I'm all for experimenting, but I can create a very simple scene that's got just about nothing in it, and start fiddling around with baking settings, and each one still takes, minimum 10 minutes. It's a decent set of hardware I've got here. The hardware's not that slow. And the default settings that are there in the lighting settings, they're not good. And you get artifacts for really trivial reasons. And there's some things that, like, I can't even figure out what the cause of the artifact is, and since it takes a full bake to figure out if you've addressed the artifact or not, it's fucking just maddening. But bakery, huh? Wow, I'm glad somebody figured it out. All right, let me see if I can get this. Stretch. I'm actually making a change that you inspired me to do, which is just to revise this a little bit so it's not as boxy. But I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm just going to add a little bit of border stuff around the edges. Set this on something smaller. I'm thinking, no, okay, I'm picturing it now. Okay, put in scenic wall over here. It doesn't match my vision. The problem is that the player's got to know how to act. The player's got to know how to act inside of a space, and this game is so gritty all over the place that if you throw a circular space they're supposed to be inside, then it's unclear like what's traversable and what's not. But I'm going to do something to make it not quite so cuboid. Okay, so let's just start with making a border all the way around. I'll add some extrusion bits to make it not too hard to modulate it. I got all my 3D character models delivered today from the guy in Brazil, Isaac Arivas. And that made me plenty happy, I'll tell you that. Got a guy who's going to add some vocals to the song I've got playing at the beginning of the game. He's like this really kind of kick-ass studio singer type person. So that will be part of the trailer. I've got my Steam page going up. Yeah, actually, the most half-assed part of this whole thing is my vocals. But I'll not be too self-deprecating. I think I did okay on this particular song because I sort of stayed inside of areas where I don't sound too bad. But for this other song, I want it to be more of like a beautiful singing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Got this thing where I can fool myself into thinking that I sound good, and then I get the cognitive dissonance when I hear little bits where it's okay, that does sound kind of half-assed. You're not singing in key. You're not hitting the right notes. Your voice is cracking, and not in a good way. Stuff like that. But for some songs, I'm going to get like a professional to do it. That will make it so that the player can't step up onto this. Then I want to add variations to it so it doesn't look so damn boxy. I'll demo this for you in a second. I've made quite a few updates to it. And this is probably the night where I'm done with this scene. I'll still have to integrate it into the level that's supposed to host it. I know what you're saying. I think I will. Okay. Is the part where Pro Builder starts to get janky, because when the geometry gets over like a few hundred quads or tries, then it will be like a multi-second edit after each thing. Yeah, it's not great for modeling. It's only good for like little simple things. That was also one of the issues I had with baking is I'm actually sad to hear that, because I was thinking maybe there'll be some point in the future where I switch to UModeler, like for a sequel or something. CSG would be nice, but for baking, like lighting seems to be terrible unless I would have like single large monolithic objects. And but Pro Builder, like if you keep on making these giant monolithic objects, it's gonna slow down to the point of not being practical to use. Okay, so I think I want this to be a different texture. I know I want it to be a different texture, but which texture? I think I might try this really evil looking I would like to try it at some point. Like, I don't know if it's going to fit into this release, but yeah, I could give baking another go in the future. I forget, what did I call that? I've got one that's just kind of like it's brush metal. Shiny brushed metal. Let me try that one. Yeah, I don't have a realistic type of lighting, but I'm always just kind of miffed that I wasn't able to get baked. So one of these days I might fire it up in like a test project or something. Okay, let me see. What do I want to do here? I want to make this. I know what I'll do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, depends what your style is, what you want to do. Whoa. No, stop. Stop what? Alright, I'll tell you what. I think you might be right. I want some other kind of detail on it, but if I try to make it like some twisty organic type of a thing, that's gonna look kind of off too. Let me just take a look at it before we get going on it. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here you haven't seen yet. I'll even turn the music back on. Okay, save that. There's a fair chance this doesn't work. Oh, let's see. Let me double check. Okay, the old one. What did I have on? Any scripts? Material scroller. Okay, let's copy that. Put it on this guy. Okay. This guy. Anything else that it had on it? Anything tricky? I don't think so. I want to delete it because I don't want two material scrollers. Okay. So then. Alright, let's just try that.
Where did they go? We see you here, your sad little face. Come to cry, come to beg for our grace. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Will we put you back together? That's the plan, because we got the knife. Fix you, slice you, bite you, grind you, unwind you, because we got the knife. To find you, to hurt you, revert you, revise you, comprise you, because we got to steal you, reveal you, defeat you, complete you, devour you, empower you, because we got the knife. One way back to life, just one way back to life. It's what I need, but knife. We got the knives.
Alright, let's check out your thing. Boom, baton. Wanna see it, wanna see it, wanna see it. Doo-doo-doo. Nope. Stop with that. Mute this side over here. Okay. Oh, yeah. You know, every once in a while I see this kind of lighting and style and everything, and it's refreshing, you know, it's just clean, simple. God, where else have I seen that? It's just like, let's just start over. Come on, just you know, let's just not be so dark. Let's get back to basics. It feels good, you know, for a particular kind of game. It feels good. Maybe human fell flat. Maybe human fell flat. I'm not trying too hard to tie this to something else, but I don't know about that. Oh, geez. Yeah. Right. And this is baked too? Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's a good look. Ooh. Let's see a little. Yeah. Looking at the green tint there in the shadow. Oh, okay, okay. So I think this is basically good. I just want to add a little more detail to it. And I'm going to take your suggestion and avoid that sort of angular stuff that I was starting to do. What I'll do instead, I think, is I'll just put some edge loops on there. See if I remember what's the command? Insert edge loop. Shift Command U. Oh, I got to pick 2 of these. God, I just forget. What is it? What? Okay. Trouble is what I was just talking about is if I make modifications to this thing, it's going to be so friggin' slow because of Pro Builder. Yeah, the bevel thing, I don't know. I mean, I got a picture of what I want to do. I just don't know if it's. I might have to break this up into multiple things. Okay, let me just. Can I please have a hotkey that works? That would help me out a lot. Boom, boom. Okay, so let's just Option U. I'm just going to do just a little bit on it. It'll still be boxy. Let's do not too many of these, but you know, some. there is a lot to look at in this level now, and so it's not like I have to go crazy. Each one of these edge loops will get progressively slower and slower. It's a good incentive not to make too many. Hold on, what? Okay, there we go. Well, I did write a camera bump thing, so I could just make it. I already made the camera bump so that when you get stabbed by a knife, it sort of bumps the camera in the direction that you got stabbed. So I could make the same kind of thing. I do have a thing that'll take the tempo of the song and call a call back on each beat. Yeah, I don't know. Think about that. Well, wait a minute. Oh yeah. You're saying you. Oh yeah. Okay. You're saying have not the whole level bounce, which would be the same thing as a camera bump, but just the knives, or maybe. Yeah, maybe the knives. That's not a bad thought. Yeah, the way I get the tempo thing or the beat callback is I create a MIDI version of the song and then have it be analyzed for the tracks inside of it for where the tempo changes, and then I get a callback that comes from that. Let's see. I bet you I got some, not to brag, but I bet you I got some stuff that Fmod doesn't have that I wrote. Okay, I'm bragging. Well, now that I said that, and now that I think that I've never even looked at Fmod, there's a good chance they've got exactly the same shit. But so I've got an analysis engine, the same one that looks at the MIDI file, and it also looks at the notes inside of the song, and it figures out which key each part of the song is in. So key, music key. So then at any point inside the song, it will set the key to one of the ones in the, what do you call this? I forget the name of it. The Western music scale. And then once you have the key, then all the melodic sound effects I have, they play inside of that key. So as a song plays, chromatic scale, that's it. Thank you. So all the sound effects I have that are melodic will play in the same key that the song is in currently, which is fun, and it makes it feel like you're actually playing along with the song. It's good stuff. Yeah, I'll demo it in a second if you're interested. Let's see, bam. A few more edge loops and I'll have it. Steal it. Yeah, this will make it a little different. There we go. Now it works pretty well, but I found out that I don't stay inside the chromatic scale. And I don't say that to brag or anything like that. I end up just, when I'm composing, just picking chords that sound good to me, and I didn't realize that there are quite a few more chords than the ones in the chromatic scale that are nice to use. So I might have to basically add some more keys. And some of them, somebody might argue, I should fix the music so it actually picks a better key. But I think I probably just got like some jazz chords and shit like that in there. But I will hear at different points where the key analyzer was not able to come up with the right key, so it took the best guess it could, and the sound effects will be just a tiny bit off. Hey, what kind of music do you make? All right, so I got this side. Probably didn't do much over here. I think I'll do 2 more of these things, and that'll be good. I feel like what should happen at some point, it probably already has, is somebody should just make like the equivalent of a Wikipedia page for EDM, but it should have samples of each type of EDM, because otherwise, like, I have no idea. Like, I could only, like, I could do, like, identify dubstep, house. Okay, there you go. I remember going to some club in Prague, and it was like this massive 5-floor warehouse complex thing, and my favorite room was like the ones where like the music was so disturbing that just to be there was some kind of statement. Like, it was you had to be on the right drugs or something. But it was like hilarious. Just some of the shit you'd hear. Then after a while, it's almost like a spa or something, and you can only be in the super hot room for so long, and you got to go to the chill room, and it's. Anyways, I'm not a clubber these days, but when I went to clubs, it was all electronic music, and it was. The best clubs were the ones that had all those rooms in where you just kind of move around between the rooms, and then it's like you keep yourself busy with different environments all night. Okay, last little extrusion. My favorite electronic artist from the 90s, I mean, it's a little bit cliched. Everyone that makes EDM back then would say Aphex Twin, but I really did like Aphex Twin a lot. Other stuff, Orbital. Yeah. Plaid. I still like Plaid. I'll still listen to it every once in a while. Alright, I'm going to just check this out one time. I think I'll probably call this done, but for tweaks. But yeah, I think it's time to stop playing with this. Or I know what I'll do. I'll sleep on it. I'll look at it again tomorrow, and I'll say, does it sparkle?
Oh, little nothing, you have strayed. Oh, little nothing, you are afraid that all your pieces fell apart, they fell below. A little nothing, where did they go? We see you here, you're sad.
Oh, just to maybe lighten up these dark corners a little bit.
For our grace, can we put
Let's
you
see.
back together? Yes, we can.
Let's just do it while it's playing.
Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Can we put you back together? Yes, we can. Will we put you back together?
Oh,
That's the plan. 'Cause we got the knife. The cube, the slice you, the bite you, grind you, unwind.
okay. Now's the point where I got to turn off that music. So I keep on repeating it. It'll drive me nuts. Okay, lighting settings. Sorry. It is a problem with me. It'll fuck me up. I'm trying to go to sleep and hear my own voice in my head. Let's see. It's just this one here, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see if that's enough to get the corners. Ooh, I have to take this whole thing and put it inside of a different scene. That has entirely different lighting. So I'm not gonna fine tune the lighting until I put it inside the other level, because I gotta make it work for the whole scene. Let me put this back. Okay. Alright, let me just make a note. Okay, death box. That's done. So I'm gonna move it to Treachery Bridge. Okay, let's say after moving, just lighting so can barely see the darkest parts of corners. Yeah, I think it'll be better if there's a little definition there. Okay, I will demo for you if you're interested the key change thing. I'm gonna go to a different level that doesn't already have a song playing in it. So we'll go to pair. Pair? I'm not sure why you say it's large. I'm not sure. Just what's the thing you're looking at and saying this is large? Oh, not sure where you saw that. Anyways, let's see. Oh, okay. I forgot I had the volume turned off. Okay. So which one do I want to do? Yeah, here we go. So stair stepping, that's a sound effect. And there's no, I just well, thank you. Yeah, with the sound effects, I felt like I wanted a little more control over like their pan and their volume. So I didn't use the mixer. Hold on. I think I might understand what you're saying. When you say do a mix down, what do you mean? Alright. That's something I should probably read up on a little bit. I admit that's not a feature of Unity I've even thought about. Huh. Huh. Here, let me write that down. So let's just say sound, or here, I'll put it in MISC. Look at mix down with Unity features. Capabilities for balancing sound at different for to play well with song. Yeah, that might be a good idea. The other thing I've noticed too is there's some levels that ought to have like a general echoey sound to them, and there's others that should be kind of like you're in tight. And I've kind of made the mistake of reverbing everything a little bit. I mean, it might not be too bad because I probably got room to take my lightly reverb stuff and reverb it a second time for like the rooms that are really meant to sound cavernous. Yeah, yeah. But actually, now I think about it though, like I've got some samples that I really depend upon that started with reverb before I got to them. So the base level of reverb is about the same as a orchestral chamber. So I can't make it sound like everything's happening in a really small room, but I can kind of play between like a medium sized room and some giant cavernous thing, like some levels. Uh, yeah, exactly. Good, not realistic, is the theme of the sound design. Yeah. All right, Cicada. I'm gonna take off, get some dinner going. Uh, Good, not realistic. Yes. All right, fella. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you later. See ya.